mad. I mean, to say, guys, that was probably like the dawn of its time, yeah? Look at that spoiler, man. It's like shrunken inwards. And the way it's all blocky and, you know, elongated. It is, wow. That is... I'm telling you, that would have been the machine. People are like, wow, look at that. Like the way I look at the NXX GT and the way it's like blown out and stuff like that would have been the dawn of its time. And I can't believe it. It looks so weird. But I did like the wheels, man. I thought, because I'm going to put some two-wheel drive wheels, like these wheels, onto the all-wheel drive cars. And I thought, for a drifting car, them wheels will look fantastic. They look really cool. So, yeah, that's a blast from the past. Pretty rare, pretty hard to get hold of. And as you know, guys, you know, this is my rare Kyosho Mini Z unboxing. But yeah, that definitely is one retro car. It's got some real nostalgia behind it. And that would have been like a dream car for a lot of people back in the day. Okay guys, here we've got the Nissan Fairlady 350Z. And this is the Nismo S-Tune in black. Okay, it also comes in a pearl white as well, which looks pretty cool. And the pearl white one's got the same kind of decals, you know, is it red and white or red, white and green? It's red and white, I think. The decals are on the side, are on the bonnet as well. Looks pretty cool. It looks really low down from the front, guys. You don't notice it as much on the black one. You don't notice the bulging fenders as much, or the fact that how low it is. But it's a mean looking car. With gold wheels, I had pictures taken, guys. I'll actually, if I get a chance, I'll put the pictures up as a thumbnail. But with gold wheels, that looked mad. It looked real. I put it on the track, I took a picture of it, and it looked absolutely insane. Okay, so this first batch, guys, are produced in November 2007. It's rare. It's pretty rare. This one's in really good condition, guys, but it's hard to get hold of these now. The wheelbase is 94mm, it's an L, and the chassis type it was made for are the MR03N. It's a rear motor chassis, and the MR015 rear motor chassis as well. The offset on these wheels, guys, the front has 0 offset, it's a narrow, and the rear has 0 offset, and that's narrow too. And the wheels, guys, are the Nismo Fairlady Z S-Tune 5-spoke type silver wheels made by Rays. Okay.
Well, it was this super copper mix decaled Silvia body shell, but this wasn't the Formula D one. I think it was classed as the Nismo Silvia R-Tune Proto. So they did this in this version and in a white one with a bit of a decal on the bonnet and on the sides. But this I thought would look pretty cool as a drifting car. But the only thing is, now looking at the Rockstar version and looking at the Hankook version, you know, don't get me wrong, it still looks pretty cool, but it needs that jacked up spoiler, man. That makes all the difference. But nonetheless, pretty cool body shell, and them alloy wheels do bring out the car a little bit.
And here we have the Nissan Skyline GTR R34. And I think probably this is the most well recognised car out of all the cars that were in the franchise of Fast and Furious. I think people just look at that and automatically just know where, you know, where they've seen it. When I do run that in my videos, I'm hoping to have some blue under the chassis lights, so it should look pretty cool. I think that drifting around in a police chase will just look awesome. So yeah, so stay tuned for that, guys. If I can get it together, hopefully I will get that vid made. I don't know how soon, but yeah, I'm looking to put a lot of these cars into my vids, so stay tuned for that.
Okay guys, so here's a rare little beauty. I really like this, guys. I like the fact that it's got the blue lights in the front. There's a Motel Ortec Nismo GTR version, the 2008 number 22, that's very similar. Okay, but this one is pretty rare, guys. So here we've got the Xanavi Nismo Z 2005. Okay, so this was from the Super GTZ 2005. Okay, and guys, love that. The motel is beautiful as well. The motel's a little bit more funkier than that. It's a bit more flared out, and I have that. And actually, I have that, and that's probably one of my favourite Nismos, as well as the G-Zox. I really like the way that is, the way it sits, the way it looks, the way it's just blown out and looks so crazy. But I like this as well. It's not as wild looking as the motel one, but it's still pretty cool, guys. And not something you're going to see very often. I still see the motel one, but the Xanadu one I haven't really come across very often, guys. So yep, it's got them beautiful 5-spoke rear wheels on it as well.
So guys, as you know, this didn't really come with a dummy chassis or wheels. It just came as a body shell, a hydro dipped kind of funky purple body shell. But I tried to find something that it fit under. It hasn't really fit perfectly, but the Chrysler 300C, it's kind of like fit on the dummy chassis with that, which again reinforces my point that Chrysler must be a small scale, because you know, the Skyliner itself is longer than the Chrysler because the wheelbases are going to fit. Don't get it. It just looks really tiny, man. Anyhow, so yeah, that looks pretty cool. Should I decal it out, guys? I've got some really cool Rockstar decals. Because some of my cars that I've got that are black, I'm going to definitely...
Okay guys, so this is the Calsonic Skyline GTR R34, and this also is the GJTC, which basically it means the Japanese Grand Touring Championships. Later on, that name was changed because this machine had dominated a lot of them races, and it had won quite a few times as well. So later on, the JGTC changed to become the Super GT series. So that happened in 2004. So the Skyliner definitely was a platform that they kept on working on, and it became amazing, guys. And I thought, you know, for my street race vids, man, it looked so cool. And they've got the Calsonic version in the Fairlady, the Nismo, but I didn't have it in this version. Quite expensive when you get it brand new. I didn't mind getting it pre-owned for a really cheap price. Only issue with it with this particular car was the actual front light, but apart from that, it's all cool.